Hey guys, DT Gaming here. So we're doing some pike fishing here on Ladoga, and if you notice that it is storming, we're gonna see if we can catch some big pikes during the thunderstorm. That is the goal. We're starting late because I noticed that these pikes kind of like to bite right at late evening. So this is perfect time between now and midnight. We should be able to get these fish. I will show you my setup here momentarily. We're at 7255. I'll show you on the map where it is. I want to try to get this done as quick as possible. Right here, this is H5. And we're using 55 kg leader with the wooden jerk fat 140 F002. This is 4/0 size hook using jerk bait rig. Speed is set to 50. Now, we always were told that you cannot catch pike during rain or thunderstorm. That might be true for Oberg and a few other maps, but is that the same with Ladoga? That's what I want to find out. Can we catch some really big pikes during a storm? So we'll find out together. Right now, $1,900, and so far 2 for 2. Will we find a really, really big pike in this storm? You want to try aim back there towards that bridge. That's where the honey hole is. And you want to drag your lure right near the grass's edge here. And that's where you'll find some fish as well. Remember, pikes are ambush predators. They like to hide in cover, and they'll hide until prey comes right into their vision. I mean, the prey might not see him, but the pike will. $5.9, beautiful. Now, if you cast too far to the left, don't worry about it. There's pikes around there, especially around that wall. Maybe there is a ledge or what do you call it down there? A bank that is down there, and maybe there's fish hiding underneath it. But that's not necessarily. Like I said, most of your fish is going to come from that right side from that grass. You can cast straight, but if you notice, it went way to the left, even though I casted straight. And to be fair, the wind is facing behind me, to the left here. So passing towards the left when the wind's facing from the left does not make any sense. You got 5.4 winds. Look at that. It just keeps going to the left, even though you don't cast that direction. So what I think is happening is that when the line is kind of swaying, and if it's still kind of swaying when you cast, it's going to go to the way that it was facing when you cast it. Look at that. Small fish. Over and over. Okay, it should go. I don't want to say it should go the way I wanted it because it was swaying back and forth, not to the side. So why it cast that direction, I don't know. But it's super annoying to cast where you don't want to cast. Our fish is not over there. We want to be by this grass's edge. If we want really, really big pikes, we need to be casting in the way we need to be. See, we keep getting small fish because we're basically casting towards the center. So let's try casting more to the right. Yeah. I guess that's fine where it went. Actually, this might be good. We're right along the grass's edge here. We should be able to get a fish coming up here shortly. So when we get to the one corner here. Ah, come on, little guys. Go away. We should not be keep catching these small fish. Can't really test out my theory of big fish with storm because I can't cast where I want to. I don't get a small one right over here. If we don't catch anything, we'll start back up about 3:30. That one came by the ledge over there. Oh. You can see the wind blowing from the left there. How the line slack like that. So you would think the lure would blow towards the to the left as well. Oh, well, not the left, but to the right. But if you see the size of this lure, guys, this lure is a 73.2 gram. Okay. Maybe might be able to get a bigger fish now, since we're right in around the grass here. expect a bite by right in this area. Although it's 2200, so like I said, I expect it, but nothing bit. Maybe I don't need to do a full cast. Maybe just cast right there. I should be able definitely pull a fish out from the spot. Come on, there should be a fish here somewhere. Not finding monsters. So I have not found that 7 or 8 kg pike yet. Usually lucky enough to at least find that size. At least once an hour. But again, it's storming, so I mean the bite rate's not bad, despite the thunderstorm here. But we're still catching them. But I still need to find that big pike. Now, guys, if you are after pike and want more pikes, use the 1/0 size hook versus the 4/0. That will give you better bite rate, but it will be harder to get a trophy or a size close to a trophy. But if you use a 4/0 size hook, you will get a lot less pikes, but it's a higher chance of maybe getting a trophy or near trophy. But your bite rate will be much slower. We should be able to still get some fish up to midnight. So should be able to get a fish right now, and maybe just a minute or two after midnight you can get a fish. I want to hurry get this guy in. I want to cast more over this way. This should be about 8 or 9 kg. Keep reeling, keep the line tight. These fish like to pop off soon you give it slack. He's a good sized fish. Could be bigger than 9 kg if he's running like this. Not letting up. I'm just gonna keep reeling against him. Oh, that's a big pike, guys. I don't know if it's a trophy though. He's running. That might be a trophy, guys. $10.7. Damn it! That was a nice fish. That, like I said, that around this time you will be lucky to get one big pike out of the your hour session. So we'll try again when it hits about 3:30. All right. It is now morning. The time we want to have. Hopefully they're still biting. I'm gonna cast towards that wall back there. Starting to think it might. I'm starting to think it might not be able to get no more fish. Yeah, they're still biting. The one thing I noticed about Ladoga, that when it rains, the bite is so good for these pikes. It's kind of strange because Oldberg and Corey or any other place, like maybe Volkov, you barely get any pikes fishing in the rain. But Doga, Archipelago both do well catching pikes in the rain. But it makes sense that Archipelago works catching pikes in the rain, because Ladoga is a part of Archipelago. Think about it. It's basically if you look in it far back, you'll see the islands behind. When you look towards the backside, that's the archipelagos. These fish should probably stop biting around between 8 and 9. The one thing I noticed about this lure that when you cast, the fish don't really bite as soon as it hits the water. Not like on over you casting like wobblers and that. Even on the poppers, they'll bite as soon as it hits the water. But for some odd reason, jerk baits, no. They might always stop biting, to be honest with you. I was told that the morning works best with these pikes here. Between 3:30 and 3:30 and 4. And I'm not getting any, huh? Yeah. And 3:30 and 4 at their best. And I'm starting to see that might be possibly the truth because I'm not getting very any more bites. But what if I change the lure out and put the one with the 1/0 size hooks on? Will that increase our bite rate? But it looks to me that the fish might be done biting. So, see here. So far, 30 minutes since the first fish and 5 minutes since the last fish. I'm gonna do a couple casts, but if nothing bites, and I think we'll call it quits on the pikes. I was really hoping that we'll get more of these fish. What if I do a longer pause? Not that long, because it cancels it out to walk the dog. Yeah, ain't nothing biting. I'm going to move, and I'm going to try casting right here. Of course, that means I risk getting snagged. But I think further back there, I might be able to get a bigger pike. Because you want to aim towards underneath that bridge. You're kind of getting very, very close to that grass. Like I said, you can get snagged on that. I'm using smaller hooks, so I should be able to get some fish a lot quicker than using the 4-aught, but as you can see, I'm not catching anything. So it might mean that these fish are not biting right now, and they're more active in the late evening hours. All right. So cast again, maybe about 1800 again. So yeah. So 34 minutes already in. All right, it's 1800 hours. If I don't get a fish at this during this evening, I'm just gonna call it quits on it. Right. I want to see how long I've been. So 25 minutes since the last fish. Come on, Leo, go lay down. Open my door. I wonder because I moved might affect the of catching these fish. Because game is finicky. If you move just a little bit from a spot, it ain't gonna give you no fish. Because you're not at the original spot as the active spot is. But it just wraps around the rock back there. I'm gonna get snagged, I think. Unless a fish grabs and saves me. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the spot where I was at in the first place. Which would be right on this rock. I don't get why it casts way heck over there. And I still had the 1-aught size hook for this lure. That's a pretty good cast. You'll get a bite if there's any fish in this area. What happened? I do a short pause and while doing the walk the dog. Bam. I had not got any bites or anything during this evening. It's weird how I got no fish on this 1/0 size hook than when I was catching them on the 4/0 size. That is so weird. Come on, Leo, go lay down. Come on. Leo, get up here. Up. I think because I've been here too long. Maybe if I logged in, logged out, and then came back on here at the time, then maybe the fish been better. Unless a real good fish is about to bite. That's why it's doing this. Little guy. I figured. Big difference of what is happening here for the second hour. Try along that back wall there. Maybe another big pike is gonna bite that well after 2300 maybe. At least it's a marker. You know, if I could I mean, manage to get the trophy pike on this water body, I would have caught three pike trophies on this account off of three different water bodies. I got one off of Oberg, Corey. Actually, I would have been four. Because I caught one on Archie, too. This would actually be my fourth uh, trophy pike. Come on, there's gotta be another big pike here somewhere. Okay, I need to recast. I want to cast by that wall back there. Nope. There ain't no pikes left. I mean, this section was overfished. Hour and 13 minutes. Alright, let's go start our fish, guys. Alright, see how much we made. 217 silver. That's about to be expected. Anyway, guys, that's it for the video. Like the video, guys. Hit the like button. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.